In this session, we're gonna learn something about the nature and scope of management. For every question, students, I want you people to go and write the definitions. Management is a multidisciplinary. Your management is flexible and it can change according to the change. That is the beauty of management. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm B.B.A from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the session 3. In this session, we're gonna learn something about the nature and scope of management. A quick recall, the session 1 we went with the introduction, the second one we went with the functions of management. Now you are supposed to know the nature and scope of management. See, management is what management does. You should always remember that management means getting things done through others efficiently and effectively. Here what has happened is from the civilization till the century, that is the 21st century, management has always gone for upgradation, and now what we have seen is there is a lot of change between the nomadic life and the civilization management, and now where we really are. Management has evolved in so many things and it has always changed according to the situation and the need of the business. Here what we have is management. The study and the application of management techniques is managing the affair of the organization have changed its nature over the period of time. So you should always remember that management, whatever happened in the 20th century is not the same in the 21st century. So the 21st century, what is happening right now, we don't know that 22nd century what exactly going to happen, because the course of management is always updating itself in its own course of time. The next one is, here I have given you a definition by Harold Kuntz. Now Kuntz is a management guru and he is a person who has written so many books about management, and he says that management is an art. Management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized group. So here formally organized group, what happens is people will get the things done through efficiently. Here you need to understand that whenever you go with the term management, right, it is always what? A group activity. People should be there, and that too, when I say group activity, usually it should always go with the formally organized group. So please remember this, it's a formally organized group. Nextly, let's check and let's know what exactly the nature of management is all about. The nature of management is broadly divided into these type of things, which I'll just explain it to you. But you are supposed to go with this question. The question will be, explain the nature and scope of management. For every question, students, I want you people to go and write the definitions. Now again, the same thing, if you repeat also, no issues. According to Harold Kuntz, defines management is a very simple form where he states management is an art of getting things done through and with people, that to what? Formally organized group. Same thing, you repeat it, you write it, you will get 2 marks. That is for sure. And there are the nature of management, that means where all the management is actually present. The nature of management is, firstly is management is multidisciplinary. When I say multidisciplinary, disciplinary in the sense there are so many other subjects which are there, so that when you go for management, you will understand that everywhere, psychology, sociology, anthropology, all those things, management is required. And when you learn all these subjects, and it is very helpful for you when you go for the management. So this is why it is called as multidisciplinary. Secondly, we have is dynamic nature of principles. Dynamic nature of principles in the sense, now management is very flexible. To be very honest with you, why is that we require management? Getting things done through others, because we want the production to be more. And how exactly to be more? You want the production to be effectively done and efficiently done. When you want that, you need more people. When you need more people, they need to act according to situation, because in management or the business, uncertainty and risk are the 2 factors which plays very crucial. So whenever there is an uncertainty, whenever there is unpredicted things which will happen, management will pitch in, and then what exactly it does is management is dynamic nature of principle that will help the business to sustain the dynamic things. Next is relative, not absolute principle. It's not absolute. Management is not absolute, but it is relative. Then lastly, next we have management has science and art, and then we have management has profession. So these are the nature of management. I'll explain one by one with all the examples which I can give it to you. So please understand and remember these things carefully. The first one here is multidisciplinary. When we go with multidisciplinary, try to understand here. The thing is management. You are supposed to manage something. Management is a universal phenomenon. Universal. When I say universal, it is pervasive. When I say pervasive, everywhere it is present. When it is everywhere present, try to understand. Human is heterogeneous. What is it? Human is heterogeneous. When you need to tame or when you need to train, there is a lot of difference. You can tame animals, but you need to train human beings. You can't train animals and tame human beings. So try to understand this. You need to get the things done through the humans efficiently and effectively. So what you should do, though human beings are heterogeneous, you are supposed to study so many things, and then you need to convert them into homogeneous and get the work done. So for that, you need to study so many other disciplines. Management will teach you the other disciplines. Now, which are the disciplines I'm just talking about? Management integrates the ideas and concepts taken from the other disciplines like psychology, sociology, anthropology, economics, ecology, statistics, operation research, history, etc. Now, when I say this, management is not just one subject. It has been taken the ideas and concept from so many other departments. When they have taken it, we always consider that as what? Management is a multidisciplinary. When I say it is multidisciplinary, that means all these things are present, and your concept which can be put in the practice for managing the organization, management will accept it. So wherever we go with it, see, the early industrial revolution, what was that? Management was still existing. Now there was a different management. The different management was machines replaced human being. Now still management is there. When machine replaced human beings, more and more people became unemployed. And many people started to manufacture machines. Again, both the ways you have a management. So one of the thing, machines are replacing human beings. Now human beings are creating more machines. Now what exactly it does? It's all about the psychology, sociology, anthropology, economics, that is demand and supply, ecology, statistics. Now you will come across two things. One is qualitative and quantitative. More of quantitative is what the management does, and more of qualitative we always expect from the employees. That is, they need to always outperform. So all these things are what it is multidisciplinary. Secondly, we have is dynamic nature of principle. Dynamic nature of principle means what? Management is flexible. When you have certain things which are flexible, you have certain things which are rigid, you need to understand. Rigidity, if it is there, you cannot change according to situation. When you are flexible enough, whatever uncertainty happens, whatever it takes, you will actually get into it and then get the things done. So here management is what? It is flexible, and the nature and change with the change. See, understand, you always need to change with the change, or else you'll be changed. So this is what it is. Management is flexible in nature and change with changes in the environment in which an organization exists. See, when you talk about it, you are supposed to know about micro and macro. Micro is all about single unit. You have all control. When it comes to macro, you don't have any control. If I need to give an example, in micro, your company will come. So you can actually control your company. But when it comes to macro, except your company, everything is macro. Now you cannot control everything. But because of management, whatever the change happens outside your company, your management is flexible and it can change according to the change. That is the beauty of management. So here what happens is, organization research are being carried on established principles in changing society, and no principles can regarded as the final truth. So what happens is, yes, from the industrial revolution till now we are actually finding the changes, but what exactly happens is we cannot find a solution or a truthful principle, because market will not run according to only one or two principles. You have heterogeneous crowd, and whenever the heterogeneous crowd something happens, whether it is a positive one or a negative one, if there is a change, management should also change. That is what it is. Next one we have is, management is all about reality, that is relative but not absolute. Management principles are relative, not absolute, and they should apply according to the need of the organization. So understand, whenever there is a need, right, you need to see the opportunity and then you are supposed to grab it. So that's why it is relative but not absolute, because you cannot find the truth at all, that is the truth principle at all, the one principle which is true and it will run for centuries. Each organization may be different from other. Yes, all the organization, if I go with it, though they have a similar product, similar kind of a thing, all those things, but still what happens is, when it comes to management, totally different. You can take an example of Airtel and Vodafone, right? Now Vodafone has been merged with Idea, so you have Vodafone Idea, so they are into joint venture. Now what exactly happens is, Airtel, again telecommunication, Vodafone Idea is also in telecommunication. Both are really doing good right now. Now Vodafone Idea and Airtel, if you understand the management, they're totally different management. Reason is what? It is relative but not absolute. So this is what you are supposed to understand. Next thing is, we have management has science and management has an art. When I say science and art, let me tell you about the art first. Whenever we talk about management as an art, that means management ek kala hai. What exactly you feel is, whatever you have the personal skills, according to the skills, you will assign duties to other people and other people will get the work done for you. So we call that as management has an art. That means management can exist even as an art. But when it comes to professionals, I'll tell you what it is. Doctors, now they are specialized in it and that's why they continue. But now, though management as an art and profession, I'll give you a comparison here. Now, I want to do something which I have seen somewhere, right? And I want my employees to do it the way the other employees are doing it. Now what happens is, it's all the trial and error method, because I need to check whether my employees can do it or not. When my employees are doing it for the first time, it is all because of their personal skill. We call that as management as an art. When my employees are doing it regularly on the basis of it, that is trial and error, experiment kind of a thing. Now what happens is, management as a science, because it's all about cause and effect relationship. But now my employees are very good and they are specialized in it. They have mastered the art of it. Now what happens is, management is profession. But here you need to understand, though it is cause and effect relationship, management is not completely science. We call that as a pseudo science. We call that as what? Pseudo science. Management is what? Pseudo science or inexact. It is not exact, it is inexact. Now science is based on logical consistency, systematic explanation, critical evaluation, and experimental analysis. So try to understand this. Management is science as well as management is art. When I say that management is an art, that means your personal skills, you will use it to manage the things. When it comes to science, it is all the cause and effect. You have already done it once. Now you are doing for the experimental. That is also there. Yes. All the plans will not lead to success. All the management gurus, whoever says whatever it is not exact. It is not absolute, because management is relative. Nextly, we have is management as profession. Let me tell you in the nutshell itself that management is not profession in India. We have not attained professionalism in management, because management being in a professional, we require specialized knowledge. And yes, in India, there are so many companies, so many people who are not yet specialized, but still they are working in that particular place. The reason being is what? You don't have skilled employees at all. You don't have people who are really genuine and who can carry the work, because you don't have so much talent in the way the management should run. So management, the word profession may perhaps be defined as the occupation based upon specialized intellectual study. When I say this, I always give an example of a person who started with his PU in science and then he took up engineering. When he went with engineering, try to understand this relation here. He took PCMB, now biology. Now he has taken biology, but he entered engineering. Fine. There is an option. You can actually go for it, right? He finished his engineering. Later he went with MBA. Now engineering is all about technology and things about so many other kind of a thing, but MBA is all about, again, administration. After administration, that is MBA, now he took up and he became the medical representative. Medical representative. Now totally different. Now where will you find a specialization here? Try to understand. PCMB, then engineering, then MBA, then this, and he's doing really good, being a medical representative. Now what exactly I'm telling you is, till now, even now in India, 21st century, we are unable to produce professionalism here in India because of these things called circumstances. Now it is not his wish. When he was in 12th standard, say, or 12th standard or second PUC, or he went for PCMB, then he thought he cannot be a doctor. Now he went for an engineer. When he was doing his engineering, he thought he cannot be a very good engineer. So he changed his course of MBA. After MBA, he did not get the job which he really was searching for in a marketing or in a sales or whatever it is. He thought, whatever it is, I need to earn something being a medical representative. He has earned being a medical representative. Now what exactly he is lacking? He is lacking professionalism. Now he is doing the work as management as an art or management as a science, but he is lacking what? Professionalism. So this is what is happening in India and across the country. So these are the things which you are supposed to know. If you have any doubt, you know what exactly you are supposed to do, you can call us. We are the only college which does everything to the students for free. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the session 4. Until then, I'll see you when I see you.